What's up, YouTube? Greetings to the world. It's show time. The music, please. Welcome to Wolf King's Vids. I'm your host, the illustrious adversary. People, make some motherfucking noise. Okay, so we got Brigitte Gabriel at the FRC, I believe the Republican convention. Anyway, she's not much is known about her for me, except that she's really anti-Muslim. So she's talking about how the right is at a culture war with the left. So let's just see what she got to say here real quick. Okay, that's great. We got her up. I thought she was a Latina at first. Like, I was wondering how fat her ass was until I looked her up. Anyway.
America is being transformed before our very eyes. The flag that once flew on every street corner in the United States is now considered a hate symbol on college campuses. Athletes who used to stand up with tears of pride during the national anthem are now kneeling in protest. Patriotism is seen as hateful. Freedom of speech is being eliminated by the tyranny of tolerance. And our police are being killed and murdered by thugs and criminals while the mainstream media victimizes their killers.
Yeah. I don't really see much of a problem with most of that. I'm not aware of the last part though. I think there might be some context to that. I'm not sure that if killers are shooting cops that they're being glorified in the media. Maybe being infamous. I'm not sure. Maybe I could hear an argument for that further in the video.
This is exactly why I wrote my book, Rise. Rise.
Yeah, actually, come to think about it, like athletes kneeling for like the national anthem, that is a symbol of freedom of expression, like, or freedom of protest.
Defense of Judeo-Christian values and freedom, because my friends,
wait, what?
In defense of Judeo-Christian values and freedom, because my friends, our Judeo-Christian values are under assault. Christmas is under assault. While our students in our public schools cannot stand up and speak of or defend our Judeo-Christian values, or even recite the national anthem, because you can't say that or the Pledge of Allegiance in schools anymore. Right now, they are.
Well, the thing is, we don't really have any Judeo-Christian values to speak of. I mean, we're constitutionally, as far as the law goes, we're a secular nation. Like, I'm pretty aware of this, the Establishment Clause. Congress will make no law respecting the establishment of religion. So, yeah, there's no inherent religious values that America adheres by. Yeah, we're pretty fucking godless. There's no like, God rules the nation. It's we the people. No gods, no masters. All right, hail Satan.
Are being indoctrinated into Islamic propaganda inside the classroom. This is exactly why we need to come.
Students are indoctrinized with Islamic propaganda. What? That's just gibberish. That's obviously not true. I mean, at best, they're probably being taught to be more tolerant towards Muslims. I doubt. I seriously doubt there's propaganda going on. I mean,
come together and not work together and learn from each other. You need to understand that we are at war, and we are at war against the radical leftist element in our country.
Culture war, bruh. We're in a war here. Shut the fuck up.
That has declared war on us. We have people in this country complaining about America, finding every ill in America. They cannot see anything good in America. They complain about everything we have in this country.
I mean, isn't that what you're doing right now? I mean, yeah, you're complaining about athletes kneeling and uh, and patriotism not being in style the way it was like decades ago. But for the most part, I mean, honestly, America is doing pretty well. The West is doing pretty decent. I mean, the poverty is declining. You know, diseases are being cured. Like, let's see, child mortality is down. Like, doing pretty good. I mean, I know with the media, we're bombarded with negative shit all the time, but yeah, for the most part, yeah, violence has even declined. You know, there's a gradual decline in violence. So yeah, it's pretty decent. How about you?
Let me tell you something. I come from overseas. I was not raised in America. But last time I checked, since I came to America, America is the greatest nation on the face of the planet. And those who are complaining about America, apologizing for America, want to bring America down to the heaven as far on with the rest of the world. We tell them we'll give them a one-way ticket to get the heck out of this country and back to whatever country of their choice, and leave this country to us. You?
Yeah, that sounds terrible. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I mean, yeah, America is a pretty decent place, but it's still subject to to correction and scrutiny, just the same as any other country, given the proper data.
You have to understand that we are at war, a war declared on us by the radical left, and we must fight to win this war.
Um, okay, yeah, there was that shit. Okay, here's what I think is funny about her little rant there, her spiel. So the religious right is at war with the radical left in the United States. Well, okay. Uh, Here's the thing: Trump, who's the current incumbent president, basically. That was redundant, I know. Yeah, he for the most part he panders to the religious right. He does everything to make sure they have some significant level of influence in the United States. I'm pretty sure that, for example, that Devos chick who wanted to use taxpayer money to fund religious schools, that was one. I remember him signing some bill to protect religious freedom and all that shit. So um yeah, that them being at war, I mean, it just sounds nonsensical. It sounds like like some kind of stretch for religious persecution in the West, and I mean that's particularly ridiculous. But this notion of Judeo-Christian values, we we don't have that. That's an illusion. I mean, if you want to talk about the general population, sure, yeah, there's a shit ton of religious people, but I mean, just because you have that culture doesn't mean that that's reflective in in the law. I mean, we base it on like human reason. All right, America was founded on rational enlightenment principles, which were very secular, and we're honestly trying to divorce itself from religion, tradition, and authority. So this whole mention of we have Judeo-Christian values is complete nonsense, as well as this this idea that college students are being indoctrinated with Islamic propaganda or whatever the fuck. I'm not even sure where that even comes from. I mean, at best, they're probably being taught to be more tolerant of different views and things like that. But it's not. I wouldn't say it's propaganda. You know, especially in recent times with attacks on Muslims being done in the states. I'm not surprised with that shit. I mean, yeah, Islam still is still batshit insane and crazy stuff like that, but that doesn't mean Christianity is like let off the hook. But yeah, this idea that the religious right is at war. I mean, yeah, there might be a culture war, and yeah, they're definitely losing that shit, especially with the millennials, most of them being non-religious. That and creationism being on the decline. But yeah, you guys the religious right. It's just, I wouldn't even say it's at war. It's sort of just going down. You know, it's gradually losing the war. That's what I would say. It's not that you're at war, Miss Gabriel. You're losing that war, just given the empirical data and the numbers that show. You have a certain amount of influence now as a group, which you're thinking very tribalistically and ideologically on for the most part. But yeah, given the long term data, your group is losing influence gradually. So if I were you, I would just accept it. Just call it the end times. And it's weird because like there was a contradiction in between. She's complaining about America and then talking about how it's the greatest. Well, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You know. I mean, the United States is a constant dynamic country. There's going to be change. There's going to be progress made, and there's going to be fluctuation, shit like that. So, you know, you can't. There's no harking back to the good old days. That's not how it works. All right. You either get with the times or you don't. And the times are looking pretty goddamn godless. So maybe you should maybe you should go to a theocracy while you still can, because the United States was never that. So if that's your dream of what America is, and you being at war to defend it, you've lost a long time ago. But that's my take on it. That's my 2 cents. This is nonsense. What this Gabriel woman's talking about. But that's all I gotta say about our propaganda. This has been Wolf King. Peace out. If you like this video, you know what to do. Stop by Dare to Know, and hail Satan. Ciao.